far. So perfect. Perfect, guys. All right. Here we go. How's it going, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Gil Pods. Last time I did an episode, I had Mary Sanguina on, CM Mary. We had a good time talk about campus ministry, faith, all that stuff, a lot of like different fun stuff as well, stories. We have another different episode today. I have CA Molly Walsh on the episode. Introduce yourself, like say where you're from, all that stuff. And
Hi,
yeah,
I'm Molly. I am a junior here at Iona, and I'm from Yonkers, New York.
beautiful. So you're a CA, you're also involved in players, you do a lot of stuff on campus. Touch up a bit on that. Like what do you enjoy most about like being a student leader on campus, and how does being also arts leadership major like get you involved on campus?
Yeah, so I do a lot of things on campus, mainly a lot of performing arts, which I'll touch on that later. But I feel like for me, like being a commuter, it's really important to get involved because, like, that's the only way I feel I'm gonna meet people. Like, I'm not in the dorms all the time, so getting involved with things that I like performing arts, allows me to meet people and make those connections. And then this year, I or last March, I applied to be a commuter assistant,
Wow.
and I kinda just wanted to be a resource for, like, incoming freshmen that may, like, have questions or anything, kinda just, like, be a resource for them because I remember being in that position my freshman year, and yeah, just kinda wanted to give back.
So wait, you became a CA like this year, not last year.
So, yeah, I applied last year, and then I started in August.
Oh wow. I thought you were a CA way before, like
No,
as I came
this is
here.
my first year.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's been really, really fun.
Yeah, and you, like, work with, like, Justin, Jasmine, all
Mhm.
those guys.
Yes.
Like, I know everybody in that group
They're
too.
all so amazing and just
Yeah,
so nice.
they're fun people to be around. I was just with, Jasmine, Justin, Fernando, and a couple of all of those other guys because 'cause I'm in fashion club this year.
Oh,
I joined the show,
yes.
so we were doing, like, our walks and everything, showing off our best fits and, just being ourselves too.
Mhm.
And I feel like that also kinda goes into, like, players and singers too because you will get to be yourself, show off your talent, and we're all there for exactly the same reason.
Exactly.
Yeah, and, like, even for players and singers, like, when did you start and, like, um, what were you super, like, passionate about as you joined those, organizations?
Yeah, so, when I was choosing a college, I really wanted to go for musical theater. Like, that was, like, something I wanted to do because I, like, wanna be on Broadway, like, wanna sing. But it's definitely, like, a really hard industry, and with Iona, I came to see Bye Bye Birdie, and I really liked the show, not only because, like, the show was great, but I also just really could feel, like, that energy of, like, they were just having so much fun. And I could totally just, like, see myself up there, not really worrying about, "Oh my gosh, like, this is because I'm gonna be on Broadway or because I want to do this as a career." It's because I wanna have fun. So
Absolutely.
I thought, like, coming here, it wouldn't be like, I can still do like, all the shows we do here are, like, super professional, but
Mhm.
still have fun at the same time, like, not worrying about it being too much, you
Oh
know?
my goodness. 'Cause I mentioned Jason Sommers in so many different podcasts because I've had now you, Tristan and Jen, and a couple of other people, Molly and Liz. And it's like he as a director is super professional, but he allows us to have fun and laughs at all our jokes. He's funny himself. Like he's
Mhm.
definitely a character. And I remember the first time I met Jason, I'm like, you know, this guy might be super strict. I don't know if he's gonna be like rough around the edges. But then afterwards, I'm like, this is the funniest, but one of the most nicest like staff members I've ever met in like this entire industry.
Yeah.
Like overall in Iona, not just for music too.
No, he's really incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoy working with him a lot.
Yeah, and then, like, as it came to the shows that we got into for, like, um, Rent and then Twelfth Night and then You're in Town and Sideshow, like, they started doing, like, different things with all of us, and I'm kind of praying at some point sooner than later to get, like, a main lead role, and I know Wizard of Oz is coming up soon, so I'm definitely looking forward to that, and Sideshow has been very good as well so far. We're
Yeah.
basically about almost done with it.
Yeah, we just have act 2 and then we're pretty much done.
Yeah, because I know that we just have to review it and then we start doing the show around the 27th to the 30th, which is funny because when I looked at the Killian's kickoff, they said 27th is like a preview. So
Yeah.
I don't know what that exactly means.
I think it's just like I know like on Broadway and like professional, like a preview is like it's technically a tech rehearsal, so
Mm,
they can stop. But I think like when the only time we did a preview was Urinetown and it was
mhm.
basically the show.
Yeah.
But I think it's like if like we need to stop that like it can happen,
Yeah.
but like we don't need to stop. We're
Yeah.
professional.
Yeah,
Like come on.
it's so funny though, just because I even saw Urinetown on the New York City Center.
So
You
jealous.
didn't see it?
No, I could not get tickets.
Dang.
I'm
It
so jealous of you.
it was
Like actually.
because me and McKenna both went to the show, and then as we were in the seats, we saw Jordan Fisher play Bobby Strong, and we got the most perfect timing of it, most perfect seats because Jordan Fisher was sick during one of the shows. If we went during that time, we would have completely missed him. And that's like the first time I've ever seen him in person, like do any shows before. Like I've seen him before in Urinetown. I've seen him before, and I think he did Hadestown at one point.
Yeah, I saw him
And
in
then
Hadestown this
yeah,
November.
hmm
It was like an out of body experience.
I'm seeing it again. Kind of bought tickets for like as a very
Oh my
like
gosh.
more early-ish later Valentine's Day present, but we're seeing it in about a week, I think.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah,
It's really amazing.
no, it's a good show. And then like I'm walking out to the backstage because like all the performers come out, and we saw actor Tiny Tom come out, Doctor Below, Mrs. Millennium came out as well, your character,
Yes.
and then Caldwell B. Cladwell came out. Uh,
Oh wow.
yeah, shout out to Jeffrey as well.
Yeah, shout out
It's
Jeffrey.
no longer here anymore, but still a good friend of ours. But we saw almost all the actors on like come out, but Jordan Fisher didn't come out.
How dare he?
I know. It was such a sad time. Mao,
Mao.
Mao,
Mao.
Mao,
Mao.
Mao,
Mao.
Mao,
Mao.
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 That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, right?
Can they?
You get me.
No, yeah. I hope there's a translator on this camera.
Yeah, we need Liz.
Yeah.
We need Liz. Because if you like look at that, if you just look at that out of context, you'd be like,
Oh,
"What?"
I'm cooked. Okay. Oh man. I also missed that episode too. Did you see that episode with
I
Molly?
did see it.
Because
I did
they
see parts, yes.
because they literally gave me presents during
I know.
Valentine's
How
Day.
can anyone top that? Like,
Like
actually.
a dog with like
I'm sorry I didn't come bearing gifts.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I'm sorry.
No, don't worry about it. It's all right. You're still one of my favorite people on this campus. One of my best
Aw.
friends.
Yes.
That's what I'm
Oh
saying.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like that shirt.
Thank you. It's Victoria's Secret.
Yeah. But it's very fun around campus too, like doing like different involvements and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Even
for
like
sure.
performing arts. I'm in pep band too, and then the vocal ensemble. I'm gonna rejoin that this semester. Next semester, by the way.
Yay!
Because I know
We miss you.
yeah, I
A
know
lot.
Jillian told me that you've been talking about me and everything, like talking smack too.
Yeah, because maybe you don't need to be
Yeah.
there. I'm just kidding. You need to come back. For real.
I miss you guys. Wait, actually, I did want to ask you this question.
Mhm.
You know Nick Mole?
Yes, I do.
He's my suite mate.
Oh my god.
I live literally right across the street from him. Him
Oh, I
and
love that.
Gail with the camera are roommates, and then I live with my
Yes.
roommate Andrew.
Yes, they're in my songwriting class.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. Wait, both of them are?
Yep.
How is it?
It's been good.
Yeah.
I never had like any experience with like writing music, so it's definitely interesting. It's a little challenging at times, but I love just learning about how to write.
That's so cool.
Hopefully I can pull it off at the end of the semester.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try. I don't know if it's on my list this year, but I do want to try taking songwriting composition because
Yeah.
I've been doing it a lot more recently too, and I want to keep doing that for my career as I finish with school. And I know like every time I come back to dorm, I know Kevin's always writing something with his guitar, And then I know Nick has his like little producer stuff in it too. And barely any of these guys are in like the performing arts.
Mhm.
Like I mean, I know Andrew and my friend Chris do Bailando con Zazon during like the time I have like fashion club and stuff like that. And Ose is in pep band,
Yes.
but yeah, no, everybody's kind of does their own thing around campus. And then I know that also we're both in Gale Guides too.
Right.
How do you enjoy your Gale Guides right now?
I love Gale Guides. I feel like
Same.
this year I've been super busy with just being a commuter assistant and like all my performing arts stuff that I haven't really gotten a lot of time to give tours. So I kind of just do events. But
Me
I still
too.
love going to do all the open houses and the accepted students days and like meeting everybody and working with like so many because literally like all my friends are Gale Guides.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm just basically having fun working with my friends.
I
Like,
remember becoming a Gale Guide last semester, and ever since then, I've enjoyed the job. I love like meeting the families, like showing
mhm,
my friends around the school and stuff like that. Because last year, I was doing like I was helping out with stations with like CAP and like other leadership stuff, and
mhm.
then this year I've just been giving tours and being a Gale Guide for like the open house and accepted students day is much different than what I was actually doing before. And luckily enough, with Sarah, I was able to at least have one like final open house before she left, and then she ended up going to Adelphi, which was actually my top choice along with the school too.
Yes, we missed you, Sarah.
Yeah, no, Sarah Pals is awesome.
Shout out, Sarah.
Yeah, and just looking forward to see what the rest of the school year's like.
Yeah,
Yeah, and right now I'm waiting to see if I get the RA position, and
say a prayer.
if I
We'll say a prayer for you.
honestly, at the end we got
Yes.
it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to that too, because like free room and board, I don't have to pay extra money to be with other people. And
Mhm.
I don't get me wrong, I love being an extrovert. I love being social and like living with other people, but I want to have this moment to be an RA and go out and like at least show people what it is actually like to like be an RA and like my experience as a resident for the past 2 years. Because I lived in East first year, and then I lived in and I right now I live in Kenice, and I
Mm.
loved both halls. So I'm just looking forward to seeing what like the rest of that's gonna be like for this for next year.
Yeah,
So
that's awesome. And you also just get to, like, improve on your, like, leadership skills and
yeah.
find out things you didn't know you could do.
Yeah. I recently just got into the National Leadership Society success.
Congrats.
Thank you. And after I get inducted, I'm gonna plan on applying for e-board. Me and my friend Jake have been talking about it, and
Mhm.
we both want to try being on the e-board for. There's gonna be a lot of stuff after this year that's gonna be like like gonna be a big change because I ended up getting into a few stuff that I'm in now. Like I'm still a senator. I'm still on GAB. I got in the NSLS program. I'm a Gale guide. I'm working to being up for RA. I just became a pep band member as of sophomore year,
Nice.
but I just want to see more and more improvement for next semester. I'm also trying to make dean's list too.
You got it.
Yeah, because
You got it.
actually, I've only probably told a few people this already, but I don't know if I told you yet. First year, I was doing pretty decent. But second semester, freshman year almost went down by a long shot because I did well in a lot of my other classes. But when I was an undecided like student,
Mhm.
I took an information systems class. Worst idea, because I was almost about to go in the direction of doing business, and actually, for that, I was almost planning on going towards entrepreneurship. And I love being creative, but the business classes were such like a kick in the butt.
Mhm.
And obviously, I'm not gonna curse on here because family friendly.
Don't do that.
But I remember towards like introduction to information systems, like I was doing pretty good. I was doing the assignments right and stuff like that. But then it was towards the last part of the final, and we had to do this project. And one of the girls in my class opted out of the project. So I'm like, oh my goodness, what do I do? And then another friend of mine and I did the project together, and we got it as done as possible, and I passed with I think around like a C minus. So I was like, oh man, like I'm glad I passed, but why did I have to get this grade? And then last semester I did pretty well too, but computer science is also just such a kick in the butt. So I'm just really hoping this semester with like the 3.5 GPA I have, I hope I can actually shoot my way up. That'd be amazing.
You got it.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
But it's hard out here at Iona, but that's why I just try to stay as consistent as possible.
Yeah.
Have you had anything like that before, like in your schedule, or not really?
Um, I feel like I've just been like really busy, which can be a good thing and a bad thing because like good because I'm not just like kind of going to class, going home, kind of sitting around, but also like being really busy, having all these clubs and things I need to do, but also balancing with my schoolwork and kind of just work in general. It can be a lot sometimes.
Yeah, but that is very true. And then also with that too, like not even with just with work, but I also tend to like pray before anything in the morning because all my morals come from the Bible
Mhm.
and like the Lord up there as well. So I just tend to go to him for anything if like I need like guidance and stuff like that because that's like pretty much my own journey with God as well. And I'm sure it's the same thing for you too, right? Or
Yeah. So I mean, um I feel like I've definitely my relationship with God has grown a lot stronger, like, as I've gotten older.
Mhm.
I feel I went to Catholic school my whole life, grew up going to church, and I feel like when you're younger, you I mean, I only went because, like, my parents were going and I went with them, and I feel like when you're younger, you don't really understand as much, like, "Oh, it was kinda just something normal for me, like, I would just go to mass," but I think as I got older and experienced life and things that can happen in life that it's really nice that you can turn to God and ask for support and know that he's gonna be there for you
Oh
when
yeah,
you need him.
absolutely. And I'm very involved with the ministry and Young Life too, and I'm also planning to be a Young Life leader for next semester.
Yay.
I'm in training for it currently, but I'm just really hoping that I do get into it just because my faith with God has grown much stronger after high school. And I feel like high school wasn't really the place where I was able to like really grow my faith just because everybody was super duper unreligious and super unfiltered. And don't get me wrong, like I'm definitely a very unfiltered kid too, but I
Mhm.
at least have my morals where I actually do have to be filtered and serious every now and then. But as it came to college, I was starting to really grow closer to God and starting to like go to all like these like Bible stuff and like going to church on my own on every Sunday
Mm.
and even seeing you guys at the music ministry. That's why I sit in the front and I can even kind of say this myself. I did try out for music ministry a little bit, but I didn't want to continue being a part of it just because I didn't want that to overlap too much on the weekends with what I do. So, which is why I go to church just regularly and
Yeah,
watch you guys.
that's great
So,
though.
yeah,
Yeah, I love being a part of music ministry. Everyone there is so nice, and I love Dana.
Dana.
We love her.
Dana's so
She
good.
is,
Singers
incredible.
and music ministry and Nightingales too. You guys have some
Yes.
stuff cooking up for that too. What's
Yes,
going
we
on with that?
do. Yeah, I mean, I feel like we'll kind of be a little bit more active, probably next semester and not next semester, next month and like and April because I feel like it's event season. Like everything is happening. It's the end of the semester, so we'll probably be performing at some events. We love filming content. I run part of the social media for
Mhm.
that with Jen.
You are on the
Um,
e-board for that, right?
yeah, it's kinda like a unofficial e-board, but but yeah, me and Jen and I, we run the social media.
No, because
It's
I
yeah.
no, you continue. I have a thought
Yeah, no,
after.
no, I'm done.
Oh, you're done? No, because it's so funny because I asked Jen the same question too, and I was just like, wait, Tristan is on the e-board, right? And then because Jonathan didn't really know that Tristan was like an e-board member of Nightingales, and then Jen said unofficially. So I was just thinking
Yeah.
like, wait, Tristan's not a part of the e-board, but he keeps saying he's second in command, and now I'm hearing
I
from you.
I wouldn't say, like I mean, like, we're not like a e-board, like, it's not, like, confirm, but, like, we
Oh,
all kinda just, like, work together and
that
do
makes
events and do social media and, like, have fun with it, you know?
oh that does make
Yeah.
sense.
Like, I don't think it's, like, an official thing like a lot of clubs have, but maybe we'll do it next year, you never know.
No, I think you guys
I feel like
have
yeah.
it perfect right now,
Yeah.
actually. because I don't know. I don't see it as like you guys need an e-board because you guys are already established as a group. Like
Yeah.
Nightingale started like what, last year?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's really really good so far, and I'm glad what you guys are doing with it right now. So
Yeah, it's been very fun.
and you also singing at the national anthem for the basketball games every now and then. I
Yeah.
haven't seen you for that
I
recently.
know. I was supposed to do it on Valentine's Day, but I was kind of sick and I that's not a song you want to be singing when you're sick because if you mess it up, it's very embarrassing and I didn't want to take that chance. But
Yeah.
we'll see. I know the like we're in like the last week of like games and stuff, so maybe I'll pull up and sing one of them.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to seeing what the basketball team does this year, and I know they're going to Mac. I won't be able to go this semester. I'm going
Mm.
to Scotland.
Oh wow, for spring break?
hmm I'm going with
Oh.
the study abroad trip. So
Mhm.
I'm taking a class called spirituality with Dr. Robinson, and he runs the religion department on this campus. I think he's the head of it. So
Oh, I think I had him my freshman year.
yeah, no, he's really good.
He's great.
So I know me, McKenna, and a couple of other people are in the class right now, and we're gonna be going to Scotland as of like this spring break. So we'll be back like a few days before, or I think the day before um we start back, because I know that acceptance students day happens on the day we arrive back, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it in time.
Mm. It's okay.
Yeah.
There's still another one I think you can do in
Yeah.
April, so
Yeah. I already let the e-board know about it. So it'll be all good. So
Yay.
yeah. But no, I'm super glad that you're on the podcast today because we've been trying to get
I
this working for
know.
so long.
This is like I'm honored, like,
Yeah.
honestly. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've been trying to make this happen, and then things just come up, and it's like,
Yeah. Wait, I'm just checking the time really
"No, you're
quickly.
good."
We have actually about 15-ish, 20 minutes, so we're good. Because do you remember the time when John, well, not John, but I remember coming into auditions for Sideshow, and then during that time, all of you guys are just like, "Wait, Tyler, you have a podcast? Can I be on it?" Everybody at auditions asked. And then I remember Jen and Tristan were the first ones to ask, so I'm like, they're definitely gonna be the first ones on my podcast. And then Rowan, Ian, and Sam were like the next other people that asked too. Then Nick G asked, then Ryan Murphy asked.
Yeah.
Then
Everybody wants to be on Gil Pod, like, come
yeah.
on. Like, it's in like, Iona dreams over here. Like, I'm living out my Iona dreams right now. Like, seriously. I've been looking forward to this all week.
This is such aura statements right here. Wait, hold on. Lucas texted me from the. You can go past 1 p.m. if you'd like. I mean, we do have rehearsal. Look, I'm
Mhm.
just gonna keep it till like 12:45. Oh, I don't know if he can hear me. Yep. Yeah. Okay, he did hear me. You know, for anybody watching the show too, like we have players rehearsal in a little bit, so just making it as like a shorter episode today, but still enjoying it though. What else were we talking about before? Oh yeah, I said aura, and I was just like, oh my gosh. But yeah, I had then Tristan and Jen on my episode. Then I had Mary Sanguina last weekend, and then I had Molly and Liz. Um, and then I also now I have you. And last semester I had Andrew on the podcast. I had McKenna on the podcast, and then I had John on my podcast. That's the thing. John told everybody about
John
it.
was like the start, and
Yes.
then we all were like, "When
Yeah.
is it my turn?"
Well, it's funny because John and I met each other back in back in Vitanza, like, well, not met, but like we saw each other there, and I'm like, John, I have a question. Do you want to be a part of my WYUR episode this upcoming Friday? And he said, not this. He was like, not this upcoming Friday, but like the next Friday, like his little like like very like trying to schedule like knowledge self,
Uh-huh.
but after that. I had him on the episode. He loved it. We started talking about Skylanders on the episode.
Yeah.
And then everybody started asking to be on my podcast. And then Liz Riccio, as a joke, was just like, Tyler, when am I going to be on your podcast? And I'm like,
It's just 'cause you're it's 'cause you're so famous, like, come on. like
I don't know how that happened. I really don't know how that
you're like a
happened.
campus celebrity, you
I
know?
I don't know how that happened. Like, that should be you right now. That I don't like I don't know. If ever since I came to this school and, like, started, like, putting myself out there and stuff, like, it started shooting way up for me, but I'm very humble about it. I don't tend to be cocky about it unless, like, somebody starts to hype me up, but then I bring myself back down because I really don't
You're
want
like,
to.
"Stop, guys."
Yeah, stop, guys, come on now. But no, it's good having it overall though, and, like,
Mhm.
being that person, like, as a role model to look up to,
Yeah.
because
It
I'm even an orientation leader too, and that's something that I really strive for other people on campus to see
mhm.
and know that this is my job, but I'm also here because of, for like prospective students, I want to show for you guys that I'm here for you if anything, and if you have any questions about involvement, like please talk to me. And all of my orientees talk to me to this very day. I think a few of them are in some clubs I'm in, like singers, um, and then I know for Fashion Club, my friend Roberto is also in it too. And then some of my orientees from the fall as well.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
No, it's really cool to like do all this stuff on campus.
Mm.
And then tomorrow I have a group process for orientation team leader,
Nice.
which is basically orientation leader, but we kind of oversee what the orientation leaders do and help coordinate and be second in command for like what we are seeing for the orientation and how we want to plan it.
Mhm.
So and for me, I kind of want to put some things on the table that I wanna fix or at least improve from last year, because we did a good job last year, but I wanna, like, see some stuff that I would like to coordinate too, which is also why I'm a part of SGA and Gab too, to help Iona,
Nice.
and, like, be improved and, like, help put, like, stuff like the dining hall and then, see what other students want on campus too. So it's really nice. And I know with like for you and your singing and musical theater and stuff like that, I know that you are going to do really, really well in the industry. I can see you
Thank
becoming a
you.
star, almost probably famous too, and performing in front of a lot of people at like clubs and like other venues too. So I can't wait to see that for you.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
I got
That's
you.
so sweet.
Yeah, because on this campus, I can see that everybody has a future ahead of them, and I just can't wait to see what you everybody does after college. Because
Me too.
even after my junior year, it's gonna be like senior, and then I'm gonna be
Don't
coming back
remind
and
me.
I'm coming back into players, and I'm just like, wait, where did everybody go? Like,
I
I remember
know.
all these people from like freshman year, and now I'm a senior. So what's happening next?
I know, it's hitting me, like, I just had my, advising appointment last Friday, and it was for, like, senior year fall semester, and I was like,
Wow, that shot up fast.
"Senior? Like, what are we doing?"
Who was your advisor for that?
Um, I think his name is Steven Scholar.
Steven Scholar? I've heard
I
of
think
him.
so. Yeah.
I
He's
don't
really nice.
I don't know who he is too well, but I have heard of him just because 'cause I've
Mhm.
seen his name on the roster.
Yeah.
I have Michael Finelli, who is really cool. I even see him at, like, every open house and every acceptance students day, a character just like the rest of us,
Mhm.
and it's cool to see, like, other than, like, high school, like, I know that it was a little bit more stricter back then because teachers had to do their jobs and we were a little bit more immature at the time, but now it's college and now we can do exactly whatever we want,
Exactly.
and I just have such a good relationship with my professors too and stuff like that. You actually for songwriting, speaking of which, you're taking Rosado, right?
Yes.
How's that going?
Good. I love Dr. Rosato. He's definitely given me so many opportunities with like being an arts leadership major, as well as Professor Willis with vocal
Professor
ensemble.
Willis.
She got me like into jazz last year.
That's awesome.
And now I sing a lot of jazz on campus with a bunch of different amazing artists, and it's been like so much fun.
I started playing a lot more jazz on guitar and drums too
So like
lately.
we gotta collab.
We
Come
gotta collab,
on.
yeah. We gotta do that. Actually, for coffee house too, it's coming up soon. Would you
Yes.
want to still do something with me and Liz on like during
Yes.
coffee house?
Of course.
Then let's plan it because I know you guys wanted it. What did you guys want to do last year?
So we did Gale Genius.
Gale Genius.
And I think we wanted you to play the guitar. It's not that we didn't want to. I think it just was just like scheduling. Like we kind of thought about it really last minute. And we were just like, let's just do the track. And then honestly, we can do it again for this coffee
Or
house
we can do a different
or a
song
different
too.
song. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still thinking about what I want to do for coffee house. I was practicing a lot on my guitar. I would love to do maybe Can't Help Falling in Love by Elvis Presley. I remember doing I Want to Hold
Mm,
Your Hand last semester. And then there were some other songs I might have wanted to do, like Meant to Live by Switchfoot or even a Blink 182 song. I don't know. I'm very much thinking about it, but I'm excited for the next coffee houses. I
me
think
too.
that and homecoming are probably one of my two favorite things on campus.
Mm.
And I remember for homecoming this past semester, I don't know if you were there for it, but I remember for Homecoming King, they were announcing the freshman, sophomore, junior,
Oh, that's
senior.
yes, I
And
do.
then I remember McKenna got nominated and she won the Homecoming Queen. And then I remember sophomore was coming up. I literally had to take off my guitar and then like literally just wait on the corner. Pep band was going like this. The drummers were like waiting for the winner, and then Tyler Gill won, and then the crowd starts going wild,
Yay.
and then Tristan won, and then Ryan won, and I'm like, this
Yeah.
dynamic is kind
Yes,
of
I do
weird.
remember
This
that.
dynamic is a little weird because this is all the arts. This is all the performing arts in one.
It's just because we, like, dominate
That was
everything. Just kidding, guys.
no, everybody else is really good too. I
Of course,
promise.
of course, of course.
Yeah, but no, it was really cool that time, and just looking forward to seeing what the rest of this year is going to be like. And I'm glad now it's much warmer outside because I saw some of the sorority and fraternity groups do some collaborations outside, and it's becoming much more better weather too.
Yeah, for sure. I know I got my vest on today, and usually I have my coat, my scarf, my gloves, my hat,
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
gotta bundle up.
Yeah. I remember during spring preview for Gale guys, that was so cold.
Oh, yeah. It's always cold in the morning, and then I feel like once you're there till, like, 3 o'clock, it gets really hot, and then sitting out, in the waiting for tours,
Yeah.
it can be hot too, but it's all worth it, you know?
Yeah.
It's all
Oh,
worth it.
absolutely. That's why I love doing Gale guides too. And like becoming one like this past semester was definitely an honor because I feel like because a lot of people recommended it to me. They're like, Tyler, you should join Gale guides. And I wasn't as committed to it the last two semesters. So
Mhm.
I was just like, I don't know. Should I? And then everybody was rooting on me for some like I really locked in for it this time. I went out for it and then uh sophomore year I went for it. I remember having what's her name? Gianna from the eBird as like the person that was running the tour with us. And it was me and my friend Jake. And God bless because me and Jake are very good. Do you know Jake Lochan by any chance or heard of him?
I think I've heard the name before.
He's on the Ionian. He's also in Gale Guides. He is also part of the NSLS, all that stuff. So I remember me and him had each other for the mock tour, and we were practicing together. God bless, because we're both great friends. We're both super duper nice between one another. And then we had the tour, and we were waiting inside, and then the nerves shot for us. I was like, "Oh God, it actually is hitting." And then we both did super well. And then I remember Lazar came up to me, McKenna, Kevin, and they were just like, "Guys, you're in." And we started freaking out. And then we
Aw,
got the email, and then and then Rowan, and then Nick, and then Ian were just like, "Guys, we got it too! Oh my god!" So,
that's
and then I
amazing.
see everybody else in there just like, "Tyler's a Gil guy now," and I'm like, "You guys asked me to be a part of this."
It's like, yes.
And then we now have Jacqueline, who is really good too, and
Yes.
Danielle is my advisor for Gale Guides. So she's the
I
one that
love her.
overlooks like my timesheets and stuff like that. And I was like, "How do you do this? Like, do you just log in the times for like what you do?" And then Jen was just like, "Yes, so you put in the times for this and that, and then you're all good."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Wow, okay, that's dumb easy."
Yep. Literally. I know. Yeah. I know. I had a similar experience with that. I got so lucky. I think when I applied, it was only like 5 people because I did it at the end of my freshman year, so it wasn't like a big, you know how they have the big classes? It was just like 5 people, and then they sent us like we had like a weekly class online, and then I got paired up to do my mock tour with Jen,
Wow.
which was like amazing because we felt so much better that we had each other.
Amen.
So yeah,
Oh my
that
goodness.
was really
That
fun.
had to have been a miracle. And you both became Gale guys freshman year, second semester, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, right at the end. So I feel like the first time I actually started was, like, in the fall of my, sophomore year.
That's so cool
Yeah.
because I remember the Gale guys from last semester, and like a lot of them were either CMs or a lot of them were RAs. Like I'm gonna give, for example, Shekinah Silverberg. She
Yes,
was the
yes.
president of SGA, was also a CM, and also Ebor at Gale guys. And I'm like, this is like one of the student leaders. Like this, like she was actually kind of part of the reason why I came to the school too, because I also knew of her
Mm.
before coming to the school, and I knew that she was super involved. And it was also the same for Lazar too. And I was like, these people
Yes.
are insane. And then I would also say DJ and Dane was also another influence why I came to the school too. Because he was also part of Gab now, and he
Mhm.
unfortunately left the e-board. But after he left, I became a part of it, and my roommate Andrew was a part of it. He left too, and you know all the people I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, and then a couple of other people too. And then I started to meet other people that were sophomores while I was a freshman, like you or Lucas or Jen or Tristan and all those guys. And I was like, wow, this is a big community. This is like for a small school, this is a lot bigger than I thought it was.
I know. I feel like whenever I'm walking, I just, like, know everybody. It's like I'm not gonna go to class and not see somebody I don't know, you know?
I feel like you really do though. Like even every now and then I see you like on like the Murphy Green or right by the Burke Lounge outside, and you're like doing work with like your CA shirt
I
on.
know. I I know we're in like a we have to do a commuter check-ins. So basically just checking in with our students, making sure that their Iona experience as a commuter has been going well. So yeah, I'm kind of just outside. I meet them in person or I call them on the phone. So
Are Rays and CAs allowed to collaborate or no?
I yeah.
I hope so, because I would love to do a collaboration with one of you
Yes,
guys.
of
Yes,
course. Yeah, I feel like that's
if
something
I get it.
I feel like that's something that's really good about commuter life is like it's not like strictly like commuters. Like we want to collaborate with other clubs and people to kind of show that you can be a commuter and still have an experience here on campus.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm like proof that you can be a commuter. I feel like I'm here some days from like 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. at night.
Mhm.
Like so and the only thing I don't do is go back to a dorm and go to bed, you
That's
know?
funny because I thought you were a resident here. I actually thought
Everyone thinks that I dorm
I
here.
thought you lived in Canice when
No.
I first met you, because like Jen, Jules, all those people lived in Canice, and I thought that you were like one of their roommates or something.
I'm
I was
usually
like,
with them and in their dorm, like, all the time. So,
still to this
I'm like the
day.
honorary, like, couch roommate.
That's funny. Still to this day or no?
Yeah.
That's
Oh, yeah.
awesome.
Oh, thank you for watching and letting me
Yeah.
stay over. I
Yeah.
really do appreciate it.
Yeah, because now they live in North. I think I visited their place one time. I don't think I visited their place in North, but I definitely visited their place back in Canice, because when I was starting to get really close to Jules, because Jules is my orientation leader and Jules is also in pep band too. I remember walking back from psychology class from the first day, and she asked me if she wanted me to see the dorm of Kenise, and I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." It looked super nice. It basically looks like the one we're in now,
Yeah.
like just like the living room in front, and then the dorms like on the other side. That's when I actually first met all those other suite mates. But It wasn't until auditions where I started to get really close with all you guys. And I remember Tristan telling me after like the first year, he was like, I didn't think I was going to get close with any freshmen this semester. And I'm like, dude, this is why we're in players
I
together.
feel like that's the thing about players. It's like I know like high school sometimes it can feel like very like seniority. It's like if you're a senior, like you're gonna get this, or if you're like, where I feel like with players, it's like it does not matter how old you are, it doesn't matter what grade you're in, how long you've been here, like everybody is friends. Everybody is on the same level of talent. Like it's just a very like loving
Hmm.
group and not competitive like you see in other areas.
Oh, thank goodness. But I gotta say though, high school was such a time though. Like there is so many different stuff going on, whether it was like clubs doing their own things, classes, and then like drama on the side. I was like, this is
Yeah.
insane.
Mhm.
And I would usually be the person that would never be involved in it. But whenever I would hear about it, I would just be like, yeah, okay, yeah. No, God bless. Have a good one, guys.
Yep,
I would
I'm
just be
out.
like, yeah, no, I'm walking away. I still do that to this very day. What
Yeah,
if it's people that I do trust and they actually have some like issues going on, and like if I'm very close to them, of course I'm gonna allow them to talk to me about it. But if it's somebody that's just kind of doing it to be like victimizing others and victimizing themselves, I can't really like have a good day, guys. Like all that
yeah,
stuff. Like I'm very mature about it, and I don't get myself into that trap because that used to happen to me back in high school a few times, and I decided to get out of it as soon as possible. That was more sophomore, freshman year, junior, senior year, not really.
mm,
So I'm glad now that I'm in college, and I mean, yeah, there's still a little bit of like drama that happens every now and then, but not as much now anymore.
yeah. I feel like anywhere you go, there's gonna be some sort of drama,
Yeah,
like even when you're older and in a job. But I think the best you can do is, like you said, be mature and not get involved if you can, because
yeah,
it's just not good to.
because one little thing slips out, and then everybody else hears about it, and I'm like, wait, how do you know about this?
Yep.
You told somebody, you trusted that person,
Mhm.
and now they broke your trust. You can't tell them anymore. Now you've learned your lesson. And not it's not sometimes entirely your fault because they're the ones that actually does it, but it is sort of your fault too because you're the one that actually did say something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But overall though, I don't think that'll ever.
Not here, guys.
No, not between the both of us.
Oh,
No.
no, never.
No, like you're actually one of my best friends on campus.
Aw, you are
Seriously.
too.
Yeah.
Yes, look at us. I know.
It's been very long. James. Want to hear a fun fact about James?
Yes, of
He was
course.
my RA freshman year.
Oh, cool.
So me and him are very close.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Love
That wavelength was crazy.
it.
Yeah. But let's see what time it is. We're gonna have to wrap this up
Yeah,
now. Yeah.
that's fine.
And I'm glad you're on the
Thanks
episode.
so much for having me. I
And
really appreciate it.
of course, both of us yapping, like talking about nonsense and like it's other stuff, mow, 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 mow,
Wow, wow,
mow.
wow, wow.
And just the audience just enjoying the episode. So I'm gonna pray us out. And usually I'm the one that does it, but if you want to do it today, more than welcome to.
Sure. You
Yeah,
might have to help me out at the end because I've never
absolutely.
actually like led a prayer before.
That's fine. If you want me to assist, I can do that too.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Ready? In
Yep.
the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Dear Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for allowing us to be on this podcast. Um, we pray for a good semester, good health, happy. Yeah. Anything you want to add, Tyler?
I'm just very happy to have this episode on, and Lord, just please allow us to like give us your faith, your spirit, and everything else around us as we keep walking on this earth. We just keep also we just ask to also keep your name in us as well as we keep continuing our journey on this earth, but also with you along with us and keep growing in our faith with you right by our side. The reason why we say this is because You're always in the middle of everything, and we always allow you to, and we will never ever dismiss you as who you are, God. We love you as we love each other, and as we love others as well. And in your name we pray, amen.
Amen.
Live Jesus in our hearts forever. Thank you for being on this
Thank
podcast,
you so
Molly.
much.
And thank you guys for watching. Peace out. All right.